Did you know that more than 60% of older adults wake up several times during the night without being able to fall back into a deep sleep? Hello, I'm Dr. Alba Serrano. And if you are one of those people who wakes up at 2, 3, or even 4 times during the night, let me tell you something. That is not normal and even less healthy. It may seem like a simple nuisance, but the truth is more serious than you imagine. Poor sleep affects your heart, your memory, your mood, and even your immune system. Have you ever gotten up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Do you struggle to concentrate? Do you get irritated easily or feel like you are aging faster than normal? You are not alone. And the worst part is that many don't know this problem has a solution, and that the answer could be something as simple as the foods you eat before going to sleep. Stay with me, because in this video I'm going to reveal 3 natural foods that could help you sleep through the night without waking up. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. Your eyes open for no reason. You stare at the ceiling, toss and turn. You get up to use the bathroom, return to bed, try to sleep again, but sleep doesn't come. Minutes pass, hours pass, and finally, just when the alarm clock starts ringing, that's when you had finally fallen asleep. Does that sound familiar? This pattern repeats night after night for millions of people, and although it seems common, the consequences are profound. The lack of restorative sleep robs you of energy. You feel slow, drained, unmotivated. You make mistakes you never made before. You struggle to remember simple things, and worst of all, you begin to feel disconnected from yourself. Many women who come to my office say things like, "Doctor, I don't recognize myself anymore. I used to have energy for everything. Now I just want to sleep, but I can't." That feeling of frustration, of helplessness, of not understanding what is happening with your body is more common than you think. And the solution is not always in a pill, because sleeping pills only mask the problem. They don't solve it, and in the long run, they can become dangerous. What you need is to understand why your body wakes up at night, what is failing internally, and how you can help it naturally, without depending on chemicals or magic formulas. Today I want you to allow yourself to believe that yes, you can sleep deeply again, that yes, you can wake up with energy, with mental clarity, with joy, and that change can begin tonight. Many people believe waking up several times at night is part of aging, but that is not entirely true. There are very specific reasons why your body interrupts sleep, and knowing them is the first step to solving the problem. One of the most common causes is imbalance in melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. If your body does not produce enough melatonin at night, you will struggle not only to fall asleep, but also to stay asleep. Another frequent cause is blood sugar. If you eat a heavy, sugary, or refined carbohydrate meal at dinner, your glucose levels can drop sharply in the middle of the night, and that makes your body wake up automatically. It can also be your bladder. Over time, the muscle that controls urination weakens, making you need to get up to use the bathroom several times. But here's the interesting part. Certain foods strengthen the bladder and reduce that need. And last but not least, stress. Even if your mind seems calm during the day, if you carry accumulated emotional tension, your body shows it at night. The mind doesn't rest and causes micro-awakenings. Now that you know the main causes, I want you to pay very close attention to the next point, because what I'm going to tell you may surprise you. What if the solution is not in a pill or a complicated routine, but in your kitchen? Listen carefully, because this could change your nights forever. After years of treating patients with insomnia, I came to a surprising conclusion. Many times, the body doesn't need a medicine to sleep. It needs the right nutrients at the right time. Yes, what you eat for dinner, what you drink before going to bed, even what you snack on, can be the difference between sleeping deeply or spending the night tossing and turning. And the most beautiful part of all is that you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need magic formulas or strange products. You just need to know 3 simple natural foods that you probably already have in your kitchen, and that can help you sleep through the night without waking up once. In a moment, I will reveal them to you one by one. But first, promise me something. Stay until the end, because the third one, that's the one that does the real magic. The first food that can help you sleep deeply without interruptions is the banana. Yes, the ripe banana. The one we sometimes leave sitting in the kitchen without paying much attention. It is one of the best allies for sleep. And do you know why? Because it's a natural source of magnesium, potassium, and tryptophan. Let me explain. Magnesium is a mineral that relaxes the muscles, calms the nervous system, and reduces stress. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure and relaxes blood vessels, allowing the body to enter more easily into a state of rest. And tryptophan, that's the magic ingredient, is an amino acid that the body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the hormone that regulates the sleep cycle. When you eat a ripe banana about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, you're giving your body the perfect combination to relax deeply and fall asleep without interruptions. In addition, its natural sweetness satisfies those nighttime cravings without processed sugars that can disrupt your glucose. One of my patients once told me, "Doctor, I never thought a simple banana would help me sleep, but since I started eating it at night, I no longer wake up as much and I get up with more energy." But here's an important key. The banana must be ripe, with some dark spots on the peel. That's the sign that its sugars are at the right point, and its benefits for sleep are at their peak. You can eat it alone or combine it with a teaspoon of natural almond butter to enhance its effect. That healthy fat helps tryptophan absorb better and also keeps you satisfied all night. Don't underestimate the power of the natural. Sometimes the simplest things are the most effective. And now get ready, because the second food may surprise you even more. The second food that can help you sleep without waking is oats. Yes, the same oats many use for breakfast can also be a powerful tool to improve your nighttime sleep. How does it work? Oats contain natural melatonin and are also rich in complex carbohydrates. These carbohydrates help tryptophan reach the brain more easily, where it turns into serotonin and then melatonin, the sleep hormone. But that's not all. Oats also have vitamin B6, magnesium, and a special fiber called beta-glucan, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels during the night. This is vital because one of the most common reasons a person wakes up in the middle of the night is a sharp drop in blood sugar. When you eat a little oatmeal before bed, say half a cup cooked with water or unsweetened plant-based milk, you're helping your body stay in balance throughout the night. And there's more. Oats also have a calming effect on the nervous system. Many people feel a kind of inner hug after eating them, as if the body naturally begins preparing to rest. And now, we come to the most important food, the one that helps especially if you wake up to go to the bathroom several times. The third food, and one of the most powerful to avoid nighttime awakenings due to the need to urinate, is pumpkin seeds. These small seeds, also known as pepitas, are a nutritional gem that few people use correctly. They are rich in zinc, magnesium, and especially something very important for you, tryptophan. But what do they have to do with waking up to go to the bathroom? A lot. Because in addition to promoting the natural production of melatonin, pumpkin seeds have anti-inflammatory properties that directly benefit the bladder and prostate. This is crucial for men and women over 50, who often suffer from overactive or inflamed bladders that interrupt sleep. The zinc in these seeds also strengthens the immune system and helps balance hormones, reducing that constant pressure of needing to get up to the bathroom during the night. In my experience as a doctor, I've seen how these seeds have changed the lives of people who hadn't been able to sleep through the night in years. A patient told me, "Doctor, I thought my bladder had no solution, but since I started taking a teaspoon of pumpkin seeds before bed, I've had full nights without waking up." How should you take them? Ideally, consume 1 tablespoon, about 10 g of raw, unsalted seeds, about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. You can chew them slowly or even grind them and mix them with a little natural yogurt without sugar or with warm oatmeal. It's important that they are not roasted or salted, as that reduces their benefits. Natural will always be better. These seeds also provide healthy fats that keep the body satisfied, avoiding awakenings from nighttime hunger or anxiety. Now you know the 3 foods that could change your nights: banana, oats, and pumpkin seeds. But I still have more for you. If you really want to transform your nights, there are small lifestyle changes that make a big difference. First, the light. At least 1 hour before bed, turn off all bright lights and avoid screens like your phone or television. Blue light disrupts the natural production of melatonin and tricks your brain into believing it's still daytime. Use warm lights or a dim lamp to create a relaxing environment. Second, the bedroom temperature. Sleeping in a place that is too hot or poorly ventilated can cause micro-awakenings. The ideal is to maintain a cool, comfortable temperature between 18 and 21 degrees Celsius. Third, establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Something as simple as drinking a hot infusion of chamomile, linden, or lavender can prepare your body to rest. You can also try deep breathing or short 5-minute meditation. And lastly, eat light at dinner. Avoid heavy meals, fried foods, or sugars before bed. If your stomach is working too hard at night, it's very likely your rest will be affected. These small adjustments, combined with the 3 foods you've already learned, can help you recover that deep sleep you miss so much. It's not about changing your whole life. It's about making small choices that send a clear message to your body. It's time to rest. Now join me in reviewing everything we learned, and let me give you one last dose of motivation so you can start tonight. Today, you discovered something powerful, something that may seem simple but can transform your nights and your entire life. You learned that you are not alone, that waking up several times a night is not normal, and you don't have to get used to living tired, irritable, or without energy. We talked about 3 foods that you may already have at home, but that can become your best allies to sleep deeply: banana, oats, and pumpkin seeds, each with specific properties that help relax your body, stabilize your blood sugar, strengthen your bladder, and increase your natural melatonin. And you also learned small habits that, when combined with these foods, can make a big difference. Dim lights, a warm infusion, deep breathing, and putting your phone away before bed. Imagine for a moment a night without interruptions. You go to bed, you relax, you fall asleep, and you don't wake up until the next morning. You open your eyes with clarity, calm, and energy. That night can begin today. You don't need to spend money or rely on pills. You just need to decide to take care of yourself with what you eat, what you think, and what you do before closing your eyes. Do it for yourself, for your body, for your mind, and for your mornings. When patients come back to me after trying bananas, oats, or pumpkin seeds, many say, "Doctor, I already sleep better, but sometimes I still toss and turn before falling asleep." That is where I introduce them to what I call the 10-minute bedtime ritual. Think of it as a gentle dimmer switch for your brain and body. Just as the sun gradually sets and tells nature it is time to rest, this short sequence tells your body, the day is done, it is safe to sleep. This ritual is simple, natural, and requires no special equipment. All you need is 10 minutes of commitment to yourself, and the willingness to repeat it night after night. Consistency is the secret. Let me walk you through it, step by step. Minutes 1-3. Lower the lights and release the day. The ritual begins by transforming your environment. Bright white lights and glowing screens send the wrong message to your brain. They suppress melatonin and trick your body into thinking it is still daytime. So the first step is to dim the lights. Switch off overhead bulbs, close your laptop, and silence your phone. Replace them with a soft, warm light, a bedside lamp, or even a small candle. As you do this, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for a moment and exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle 5 times. With each exhale, imagine releasing a layer of tension. Relax your forehead, soften your jaw, drop your shoulders. This is your signal to your nervous system. I am safe, I'm letting go. Patients often tell me this first step alone already makes a noticeable difference. The act of dimming the environment while slowing the breath works like a natural sedative for the nervous system. It is your way of telling your body, you no longer need to fight or produce adrenaline. You may rest. Minutes 4-7, the warm cup and the words of safety. The second step is to bring comfort into your body. Prepare a small cup of something warm, perhaps chamomile tea, linden, or simply warm water with a dash of cinnamon. The temperature signals calm to your digestive tract, while herbs like chamomile or lavender add gentle relaxation. Keep the cup small, about 80–120 milliliters, to avoid filling the bladder during the night. As you sip slowly, repeat silently to yourself, "Tonight, my body is safe. Tonight, my mind can rest." These affirmations may seem simple, but they help anchor your brain away from daytime worries. You're not analyzing emails, solving family conflicts, or planning tomorrow. You are reminding yourself that this moment is dedicated to peace. If you have chosen oats as your evening food, you can take 2 or 3 spoonfuls of warm oatmeal here instead of tea. If your preference is banana, you can combine the ritual with half a ripe banana. The important point is not the amount, but the consistency and the association. Over time, your brain will learn, when I hold this warm cup, sleep is near. Minutes 8-10, the 2-line journal and the visualization. The third step closes the ritual. Before turning off the light completely, take a small notebook and write just 2 short lines. In the first line, write one thing you are grateful for today. It can be as simple as, "I enjoyed the smile of my granddaughter," or "the weather was kind." In the second line, write one small action for tomorrow. It can be, "Call my friend," or "Water the plants." Why only 2 lines? Because your mind needs closure, not another long list. Gratitude calms the heart, and a single task for tomorrow reassures you that the future is organized. You're not leaving unfinished business in your head. You're placing it gently on paper. Then, close your notebook, turn off the lamp, and lie down. For the last minute, imagine a calming place. A beach at sunrise, a quiet forest path, or a soft blanket of clouds. Let this image be your final thought. If your mind wanders, gently return to the image and your breath. Within minutes, your body should drift into natural sleep. What if you wake at 2 a.m.? Even with the ritual, some people still wake in the middle of the night. The key is not to panic. Do not check the clock, and do not turn on bright lights. Simply stay calm. Breathe in the 4-6 rhythm, and if you feel a slight hunger, take 1 or 2 spoonfuls of oatmeal or half a banana prepared earlier. This prevents low blood sugar from disturbing the rest of your night. If your bladder often wakes you, remember the role of pumpkin seeds. Taken 30–45 minutes before bed, a spoonful of raw, unsalted seeds reduces nighttime trips to the bathroom. Over time, this combination of food and ritual trains your body to remain undisturbed until morning. Not every body is the same, and this ritual can be adjusted. For frequent nighttime urination, emphasize pumpkin seeds and reduce liquids after 9 p.m. For unstable blood sugar, oats with a pinch of cinnamon work better than banana. For stress or racing thoughts, extend the breathing phase to 10 cycles instead of 5. For joint stiffness, add 2 minutes of gentle stretching before beginning the ritual. The goal is not perfection, but rhythm. The body loves predictable signals. When you repeat the same actions at the same time each night, your brain recognizes the pattern and releases melatonin more efficiently. This ritual is natural, but a few reminders are important. If you are taking prescription sedatives, blood sugar medication, or have chronic conditions, always consult your doctor before changing your nighttime foods. If you suffer from severe acid reflux, avoid eating immediately before bed. Give your stomach at least 60-90 minutes to settle. And if you experience persistent insomnia lasting more than a few weeks, professional evaluation is necessary to rule out deeper causes. To make the ritual easy, I often ask my patients to follow a simple 7-day challenge. Day 1-2. Add a ripe banana before sleep and perform the breathing sequence. Day 3-4. Switch to warm oats with cinnamon and the 2-line journal. Day 5-6. Introduce pumpkin seeds plus the warm cup of tea. Day 7. Combine all steps into the full 10-minute ritual, ending with visualization. At the end of 1 week, many report deeper sleep, fewer awakenings, and more energy in the morning. The secret is not any single food or step, but the synergy of all of them. The 10-minute bedtime ritual is more than a technique. It is a message you send to your body every night. You are safe. You may rest. Tomorrow will wait. Combined with the right evening foods, bananas for relaxation, oats for stability, pumpkin seeds for bladder support, this ritual can transform restless nights into restorative ones. Imagine closing your notebook with 2 simple lines, sipping the last drop of warm tea, breathing slowly as the room glows in gentle light. 10 minutes later, your body drifts into a deep, healing sleep. That is the gift you can give yourself tonight. And the best part? It is simple, natural, and free. Sometimes the most ordinary fruit can become the unexpected key to peace. Maria, a 62-year-old grandmother from Seville, had been struggling with restless nights for years. She often fell asleep easily, but woke up 2 or 3 hours later, staring at the ceiling until dawn. Her mornings were heavy, her energy gone, and she often said she felt older than her true age. After hearing about the sleep-supporting properties of ripe bananas, she decided to give it a chance. Each evening, about 30 minutes before bed, she peeled a banana with dark spots on its skin and ate it slowly, sometimes adding a teaspoon of almond butter. Within the first week, she noticed something different. Her muscles felt looser, her thoughts calmer, and she slept more deeply. The nightly awakenings faded away, and she began waking refreshed for the first time in years. When she returned to my office, she told me, "Doctor, I never imagined such a simple fruit could help me more than the expensive supplements I've bought. I feel calmer at night, and in the morning I have energy again." Her story is a reminder that sometimes the simplest foods, rich in magnesium, potassium, and tryptophan, can unlock the body's natural rhythms far better than complicated formulas. While Maria found peace through bananas, others struggle not with falling asleep, but with staying asleep through the night. David, a 67-year-old retired history teacher, had a pattern that tortured him. Every night at 3 a.m., sharp he would wake up, restless and unable to return to sleep. He believed it was just old age catching up. But after a closer look, we saw another cause: unstable blood sugar. I suggested he prepare half a cup of warm oats before bed, cooked with water or unsweetened almond milk and sprinkled with a little cinnamon. At first, he hesitated. Oats, after all, seemed too simple to solve a problem that medication had failed to fix. But within a few days, the results spoke for themselves. His nights grew longer and steadier. He began to sleep from evening until morning without that dreaded 3 a.m. interruption. A month later, he came back with a smile. "Doctor," he said, "the oats feel like a hug from the inside. My mind no longer races at night, and I no longer dread going to bed. I feel safe, calm, and steady." For David, the natural melatonin in oats, combined with their complex carbohydrates and beta-glucan fiber, helped stabilize his blood sugar and soothe his nervous system. His story shows how even a humble bowl of oats can serve as both nourishment and medicine, guiding the body into balance. If bananas relax the muscles and oats steady the blood sugar, pumpkin seeds work where many seniors struggle most. The bladder. Helena, a 71-year-old widow from Chicago, had grown used to waking up 3 or 4 times each night to use the bathroom. She thought it was just the price of aging and quietly accepted that broken sleep was her fate. Yet the exhaustion was stealing her joy. She no longer joined her friends for morning walks and often felt irritable during the day. When I recommended raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds before bed, she laughed. Seeds? That's too easy. But she agreed to try 1 tablespoon, about 10 grams, each night, either chewing them slowly or stirring them into a small spoonful of yogurt. 2 weeks later, her life had changed. Instead of stumbling to the bathroom in the dark, she slept 6 or 7 uninterrupted hours. Her mornings returned to her, filled with laughter, energy, and focus. She told me with tears in her eyes, "Doctor, I feel like I got my nights back. I thought this problem had no solution, but these little seeds gave me peace again." The zinc, magnesium, and anti-inflammatory properties in pumpkin seeds had supported her bladder and reduced nighttime urgency. For her, something so small and affordable had restored a treasure she thought was lost: uninterrupted rest. Maria with her banana, David with his oats, and Helena with her pumpkin seeds. All 3 stories reveal a simple truth. Good sleep does not always come from powerful pills or expensive formulas. It often comes from ordinary foods that support the body's natural processes. Magnesium to relax, complex carbohydrates to balance, and anti-inflammatory nutrients to calm the bladder. Each story is unique, yet all lead to the same conclusion. When we nourish our bodies with the right foods at the right time, we give ourselves permission to rest deeply. And when we add small supportive habits, like dimming the lights, sipping a warm drink, and breathing slowly, the results are even stronger. These stories remind us that change is possible at any age. Whether you are 60, 70, or beyond, the path to better sleep can begin tonight in your kitchen with a banana, a bowl of oats, or a handful of pumpkin seeds. As we reach the end of this journey together, I want you to pause and take a deep breath. Think about the stories you have just heard. Maria with her banana, David with his oats, Helena with her pumpkin seeds. None of them thought that sleep could return. They believed, as many people do, that waking several times at night was simply the price of getting older. Yet, with small and natural changes, they discovered something life-changing. Restful, continuous sleep is not only possible, it is within reach. Sleep is not a luxury. It is the foundation upon which your energy, your memory, your mood, and even your immune system are built. Without it, life feels heavier, slower, and more fragile. With it, life regains its brightness. The heart beats steadier, the mind remembers clearly, and the spirit feels lighter. Every morning you wake with renewed hope. What makes this transformation so powerful is its simplicity. We are not talking about complicated programs or expensive treatments. We are talking about foods you can find in your kitchen and rituals you can perform with only a few minutes of intention. A ripe banana, rich in magnesium, potassium, and tryptophan, easing the body into calm. A small bowl of oats, balancing blood sugar and soothing the nervous system. A spoonful of pumpkin seeds, supporting the bladder and reducing nighttime awakenings. These are everyday allies, quietly waiting to help you heal. And when these foods are combined with gentle habits, the dimmed light of a bedside lamp, the warmth of a calming tea, a short breathing practice, or a 2-line gratitude journal, the results are magnified. You are no longer fighting against your body, you are guiding it with kindness, step by step, back to the rhythm it once knew so well. The message I want you to carry tonight is this: you are not powerless. No matter how long you have been struggling, your body has the ability to repair, to reset, and to find peace again. It simply needs the right signals. And you can provide those signals, starting tonight, not with force, but with gentleness, not with chemicals, but with nourishment. Imagine it. You turn off the bright lights, you breathe deeply, you sip something warm, and you enjoy a simple food chosen with care. Minutes later, your eyes grow heavy, your body melts into the mattress, and you drift into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. Hours pass quietly, until morning light enters your room. You open your eyes not with frustration, but with clarity, calm, and gratitude. That experience is not a dream. It can be your new reality. So I invite you, choose one small step tonight. Maybe it is the banana. Maybe it is the oats. Maybe it is the handful of pumpkin seeds. Maybe it is writing 2 lines of gratitude before closing your eyes. Whatever you choose, make it yours. Repeat it with love, and watch how your nights begin to change. And if you found these words helpful, remember that you are not alone on this journey. Together, we can continue to explore natural, simple, and proven ways to care for your health. Share your story, share your experience, and help others discover that sleep, energy, and joy can return at any age. Because you deserve it. You deserve to rest well, to wake refreshed, and to live your days with strength and serenity. Tonight is your chance to begin.